Trying to eat. I got a zombie army and you can't harm me. Yeah, hoodoo, bitch. Drink blood like a vampire without warning. Hoodoo, bitch. Stand up. Sam B got the thing that go bump in the night.
Hey guys, this is Jesus Quesadilla, and welcome to my review of Dead Island. To sum up Dead Island, the best way I can think of describing it is to say that the game is an odd Frankenstein-like hodgepodge of other titles. Part Borderlands, part Fallout, part Dead Rising, part Bioshock, part Left 4 Dead, borrowing elements from all of these games to try and craft an experience that's definitively its own. You play as one of 4 characters with their own unique strengths and weaknesses as you explore the island for survivors and seek rescue from the huge zombie outbreak. While a few technical glitches and quirky elements hinder the game from attaining its full potential, I would say that Dead Island is still a huge success in generating a fun, unique experience.
Not bad.
First, the good. Dead Island is a hugely expansive game, and the replayability factor for it is insane. Randomly generated loot, countless weapons and modifiers, a whole ton of collectibles, plenty of main story missions and side quests, and the ability to co-op with up to 3 other players online combined to create a seamless experience. Needless to say, there are hours and hours of gameplay to enjoy whether you are with a friend or playing the game solo. The combat is a step above other first-person action titles with an emphasis put on strategy when dealing with particularly troublesome undead. The ability to target and dismember enemy limbs is indispensable in its usefulness, and the gore rendered when a head goes flying off a zombie's shoulders is simply magnificent in its over-the-top Fountains of Blood Kill Bill style. Later segments of the game will challenge you and punish mistakes severely. The first few chapters of the story are almost deceitful in terms of the game's intensity. Once you hit the second act of the game, where you enter the island's main city, all hell will truly break loose. Be warned, if you set forth unprepared, or if you're careless, you will die. Quite a lot. The story is decent for what it is. Nothing award-winning, but it serves its purpose in creating tension and driving the player forward. The real bread and butter of the game, however, resides in the exploration of the world. The island has vast and varied locales, from beaches to urban backdrops to sewers to jungles. There's a little taste of everything in this game. And as I mentioned earlier, these locations are all densely packed with content. Wander off in any direction and you're bound to discover a survivor, a quest, or just a cool treasure trove hidden amongst a horde of zombies. Furthermore, a fast travel system, as well as the use of vehicles, makes sure that travel is never tedious or off-putting. Basically, even if you're not seeking to complete the story right away, you can have a hell of a time just goofing around with a party of friends in co-op, exploring the island. But for all these high points, Dead Island suffers a bit in the execution of all of its ambitions. Glitches, like the dreaded beach ball of death, and falling through the map, aren't game-breaking, but they do slightly detract from the overall quality of the game. The respawn system in the game is also very obnoxious, sometimes repeatedly spawning you in the middle of a zombie mosh pit, or even worse, halfway across the map from where you originally died. Overall, the game lacks polish. A few more months of development time would have been spent very well to iron out these issues, particularly on the PC version of the game. Speaking of the PC version, there was a bit of a debacle with the release of the game on Steam, where an early, buggier developer version of the game was released for download to players instead of the intended retail version.
Some fucking vacation, huh? I can help you out, though.
Steam has since patched the game to remedy some of these issues, but the initial fumble has certainly left a bad impression.
Nice. Maybe we can finally get this fucker to work. Thanks.
Also, I don't know if other PC gamers will run into this particular issue, but the inability to toggle V-Sync settings caused me a lot of trouble with my initial setup of the game. My game would trudge along at a measly 10 frames per second on even the lowest visual settings. This was remedied by manually forcing V-Sync with my computer's graphics control panel, but this seemed like an unnecessary hoop to jump through when the game designers could have simply added the V-Sync toggle options in the game's menu. Despite these shortcomings, the game mostly achieves the goal of being ridiculous, beautiful, bloody, explosive, rampaging adventure.
Oh, thank God! Thank you!
And for that, I am greatly engrossed by what Dead Island has to offer. and I'm willing to bet that a lot of you will as well.
Gracias. Hey, I always remember my amigos.
If you've enjoyed this video review, feel free to check out my channel for plenty more video gaming content. You can also drop a comment below, let me know what you thought of Dead Island if you've played the game. Anyway, thanks for joining me. This has been Jesus Quesadilla, signing out.
Can you hear me? What are you doing, sir? This is the woman's restroom.
I got a zombie on